I spent yesterday telling you all about the truth, how it relates to justice, and how the Democrats and America's political class want to bury all of that and hide it from you. Because as I said yesterday, the truth is a threat to their power. And if some of them got real justice, a lot of them would likely be behind bars today. But instead, they're trying to put the leading candidate for president for the Republican Party in jail and strip away his Secret Service protection, too. You've probably heard that, which means effectively the Democrats want to kill the man that is the biggest threat to Joe Biden's power, or more accurately, the power of those controlling Joe Biden. And is that really so hard to actually believe when you think about it? I mean, we know President Obama's FBI spied on the Trump campaign, and we know they did it under false pretenses. That was considered unthinkable, and an egregious lie by President Trump. Remember this?
So the biggest scandal was when they spied on my campaign. They spied on my campaign.
There's no real evidence of that.
Of course there is.
No.
It's all over the place. Leslie,
Sir,
they spied on my campaign and they got caught.
Can I say something? You know, this is 60 Minutes, and we can't put on things we can't verify.
You won't put it on because it's bad for Biden.
We can't put on things we can't verify.
Leslie, they spied on my campaign.
Well, we can't verify
It's been totally verified.
No.
It's been, just go down and get the papers. They spied on my campaign, they got caught.
No.
And then they went much further than that, and they got caught. And you will see that, Leslie, and you know that, but you just don't want to put it on the air.
As a matter of fact, I don't know that.
Okay.
Well, everybody else did, and she should have known that. If Lesley Stahl calls herself a journalist, and if she didn't, it's because she didn't want to know, just like he said. It's not like Trump hadn't made those claims many times before. You'd think one journalist somewhere would have stopped and said, hey, what's going on, and actually looked into it. But, of course, they didn't. And therefore, they said there was no evidence. You see how that works? They don't look, so therefore there isn't any evidence. If they don't look and they don't find it, there's nothing to be seen. That claim that Obama's DOJ spied on Trump's campaign was called disinformation. And the Democrats are still trying to push censoring so-called disinformation from our conversation. So fortunately for them, the information that Trump's campaign was spied on would have been censored. You see, that would help them, just like Hunter Biden's laptop was censored. Remember that disinformation governance board that the Biden administration was working so hard to set up, but it got canned because the public mockery and outcry? Well, the leader of that little effort, Nina Jankowicz, she's back, promoting the censoring of disinformation again before the 2024 election. Here she is.
You have this new organization. You are planning to try to resume this work. It has become a central piece of our political arguments, right? What is disinformation? What isn't disinformation? What is free speech? What is quashing free speech? The fight itself has become political. How do you view that in your work that you are unrolling today?
Yeah, well, I think it's really unfortunate, right? Because disinformation is not something that knows a political party. It comes for people on all sides of the political spectrum. It can upset lives. And frankly, you know, right now we see this fight against disinformation researchers. We see this fight against social media platforms doing content moderation. And we see it empowered by Congress and people who are, you know, powerful people, Elon Musk, et cetera. And what does that do? That makes our nation less safe. We are in a point where we're about to head into an inflection point ahead of the election. We've got supercharging AI. We've got foreign threats, right? Our foreign adversaries are looking at our domestic polarization and thanking their lucky stars that they have so much material to work with. And in the meantime, disinformation researchers, people who are working on this threat, the canaries in the coal mine, they're being snuffed out by our very own members of Congress.
Imagine what this country would look like if we didn't have free speech. We had more tyrants like that running around telling us what we're allowed to say and how to live our lives. I'm honestly puzzled that CNN thought that would be a good segment to run in the first place, but they did. They're trying to carry water for the Biden regime, of course, as they always have. And why are they doing this? Well, because they're scared. That's it. It's because they are scared that Donald Trump will win the 2024 election. All indications are that he would today, and that he will dismantle the deep state and their influence on American power. And they're scared because people who wouldn't normally vote Republican are absolutely going to this year.